This is Christian Gottlieb Meyer, who was born in 1779 and died in 1836 in prison. And the story that Noel tells of Meyer's life is that he was rather a hard-working man, a good husband, but that his first wife was, I think the words he uses, was that she was a very violent, bad woman. And that she had affairs with others. And then he went on to find another partner who he didn't marry, but who he had 4 children with. And then he sort of started drinking, and it was felt that he wouldn't be able to look after his children, so they were threatened to be institutionalized. And Meyer decided, so Noel tells us, that that this would be the worst thing for the children, and that better for them would be the chance to go to heaven. And so he dispatches them down a coal pit, drinks even more, is very, very depressed, and people realise that he's acting bizarrely, and he confesses to the police and then is in prison, where Noel visits him. And what's interesting to me about this death mask, sort of in contrast to the Irmscher, which Nick was discussing, is that this is a non-criminal type of death mask, according to Noel. So that this was rather a generous, hard-working individual, not, Noel would say, given to great intelligence, but still not a criminal mind. And the narrative of how Noel sets this up is absolutely fascinating, because he spends 3 paragraphs discussing how Irmscher is not to be blamed for his action. He blames the wife, he blames the drink, and then he sets up this multiple infanticide as a redeeming, sort of sending them to heaven. And then this all sets up the phrenological interpretation. Here we have this sort of presentation of a generous, kind, amiable disposition, and the readings of the head themselves don't justify the actions. Therefore, we must interpret and read the social context to explain that sort of incompatibility or incongruity between the lumps and bumps and the actions that occur. And so there's quite a nice link up between our Meyer and Irmscher, in the sense we have a sort of Dr. Jekyll here in some respects, and we have a Hyde in the Irmscher. So it's rather a fascinating insight into the phrenological side of it.